Greetings, thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate you so much. I hope you are having a fabulous day. My name is Dr. Jeanette DeWitt, and today we are going to talk about what do you do when the number on the scale does not change. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and a fitness nutrition specialist. I'm also a health and wellness coach, and this is a common question that I get asked. What do I do when the scale isn't changing? My clients feel like they are progressing, but the number is not changing. And first of all, what I like to share is that sometimes numbers don't tell the whole story. That number on the scale doesn't say everything. It doesn't capture all the hard work and all the effort that somebody is putting in. So the first question I typically ask is, have they changed their exercise routine? Sometimes when a program changes, or if they've been going really, really hard and then they kind of taper a little bit, that can influence the scale. The other thing that can influence the scale is sometimes when we're doing food prep, we start to kind of snack a little bit as we're getting our food prep together, and we don't realize that when we're food prepping and we're taking a little bite of this and a little bite of that, that could actually equal a full snack. Hopefully not a whole meal, but sometimes that happens too. So really paying attention to how much little snacking is going on, even when you're trying to be intentional about putting your meal prep together. The other thing that sometimes people forget is if they're at the office and they took a little bit of a sliver of a brownie, a little sliver, and then they maybe, later in the afternoon, they see some remnants of a cupcake, they take a little bite of that. They don't factor that in, and I don't like to say that people are cheating through the day, but they're not accounting for it. And that's what I like to really focus on, is if we're on a weight loss plan, are we tracking everything that goes in our mouth? And sometimes when we're food prepping, we don't track that extra bite. Sometimes when we're at the office and we see that little brownie, we don't track that. We say we're going to, but we don't track it. And then we don't realize that we did that a few days in a row because there was a bunch of birthdays at the office. And then the next thing we know, we're like, why didn't the scale move? Well, oh yeah, I had little bites of something, fill in the blank, and it kind of derails all the good work that they've been doing. The other thing is that sometimes your body just is adjusting to weight loss. So if you actually just went through a significant weight loss, meaning you lost more than 1 to 2 pounds a week, then you might be experiencing something called a plateau, where your body is like, oh, I just dropped like 8 pounds, and now I'm just like got to hold steady and kind of reset a little bit. Another mistake is, especially early on, is water weight gets kind of dumped a bit. Because you're exercising more, you're drinking a lot of water, you're going to the bathroom more, maybe change your food diet, your food plan a little bit, and that can cause your body to kind of reset itself. So when we look at the scale, it's a number, but it doesn't say what is happening. It's just giving you an objective measure. The other thing is, you might have lost inches on your waist. You might have lost inches on your hips. The scale didn't change, but the belt loop did, and the belt notch did. So maybe you didn't lose weight on the scale, but you lost weight in inches, and that is a great measurement as well. So that's why I actually tell people to weigh themselves once a week, and then also measure themselves typically once a month is what I say. The once a week on the scale kind of lets you know of any fluctuations to make sure, like if you got off track, you can get back on track. But then the measurements once a month are really going to tell you what your loss is as far as how your clothes feel. Then the other thing that I want you to focus on maybe the inches didn't change and maybe the scale didn't change. Now what, right? Well, this is where you have to look at other things. Like, when I started my weight loss journey, could I only walk 10 minutes? And now I can walk 20. My stamina is better. Or I used to get really tired going up and down the steps carrying loads of laundry, and now I just go up and down and I don't even think about it. Your conditioning is better. Or maybe you're doing a weightlifting program and you were using 5-pound dumbbells and now you're using 8. Maybe you started out on the yellow resistance band and now you're on the green or the blue. Whatever those little gains are really, really important to celebrate, because the numbers on the scale don't always represent the progress that you've made. So I just want to encourage you, if you are in that situation, or if you're struggling with trying to figure out weight loss on your own and you seem to be going yo-yoing back and forth, which isn't healthy to do, then reach out to me. Just comment me below in the feed, or reach out and private message me, because I can help you figure out how to take control of your health, how to help you get the numbers that you're looking for. And keep in mind that sometimes the numbers that you are looking for isn't what your body is looking for. For example, if somebody's lost a lot of weight and they were thinking that they should have been at this ideal weight, but they just can't get there, if we look at height weight charts, there's usually a range. If you're falling within that range, but it's not like at the bottom of that range, that might not be healthy for your body and for your body type. It's really more important to feel good and to feel good about your health and recognize what your body is telling you than to just always be focusing on the number. The number is there to give us an objective measure of our progress. But when we start getting closer to the number we think we should be at, it can be really, really challenging if we're not meeting the number. And it could be our body saying, you know what, I function best at this number, not the number the textbook says. And so be real careful about that, because I don't want people getting hung up on numbers, so to speak. That's always a good goal, but sometimes we have to adjust that goal as we're getting healthier and see and listen to what our body is telling us. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about weight loss, if you have any questions about how to relieve stress and muscle tension, and how to just find time in your day to get healthy, because that's another big issue, is if there are things in your day that are impeding you from making progress in your health journey, I can help you with that as well. My specialties are weight loss, helping people relieve muscle tension and relieve stress, and finding time for themselves so that they can take care of their health and feel rejuvenated for their career and for their family. That's what I do. If that resonates with you, go ahead and reach out to me. I'd love to start a conversation. Thanks a lot.